Hello everyone! Did I shave my armpits? Yes I did. Okay. So I'm gonna move this so I'm not gonna like fall on my bed. Hold on a minute. Alright, today Today I'm gonna talk about SnapPlugs. I said I was gonna wait until I got to 1/2 inch to do a review on these, like overview thing, honest opinion. Anyway, I was not sponsored by them for this video. I bought those SnapPlugs with my own I am not sponsored by SnapPlugs. I bought this item with my own money and they have no idea that I'm doing this video because like I can do it and like why do they need to know? I saw it on Instagram one day and I thought it was a really great invention, and so I was already at my goal size of be quiet. I was already at my goal size of 0, and I think like the first set went from like regular piercing size or maybe like 14 gauge to 0 gauge, which I was already at. So I had to buy the second set, which went from 00 to 1/2 inch, and I had no intention of ever going past 0. However, I did just for science, and now when I got to 1/2 inch, I went straight back down to the size before that, which is 7/16, which I have right now because these are my favorite plugs. They glow in the dark and they're made out of glass. So this is, I think, where I'm gonna stay until I get bored again, and I'm just gonna keep going back down. Don't get me wrong, I love like humongous like plugs. Like I love the big sizes. They look really good on some people. Not me. So this is as big as I'm gonna go. Anyway, so let me show you what I have left. So as you can see, it's really dusty because I haven't used it, but this is all of them. Oh, it should be this way, sorry. This is all of them. This was the 00 and it goes to 1/2 inch. I only used 3 sizes because they just didn't work out for me. Like, I don't know how other people use them. Maybe I'm just overly sensitive and a princess. So I hated them, I didn't like them, and if anyone's watching this video and wants the rest of these, they're still sealed. You can have them because I don't want these in my house and I don't want to throw them away because it is a waste. And if anybody thinks that they can use these, please comment or send me a message or something, because these would be better off in someone else's hands and not mine. Basically, this is the card that they give you, and it shows you how to use all the different sizes. You like take the thing off one and then you put the thing on the other and then you slide it through your ear. I think I have explained that in my old videos when I actually tried them. I didn't like them because, first of all, the plug is so long because it's like 2 plugs in one because of the size difference, and it was really uncomfortable sleeping in them. And I have really skinny lobes, so it just looked ridiculous, and that was like aesthetically not the greatest thing to look at. People be like, your plug is really long, and it's like, yeah, I know, I'm using this special stretching system called SnapPlugs I'm trying so I can do like a review on them later. And I only use 3 sizes. So the back caps would come off in my sleep and then I would have to go and find them. They weren't attached securely. So basically, all 3 pieces snap off. This piece snaps from this piece and this piece removes from this piece. So it's just like a tube after you take it off, and then all the pieces go back together. Now, these are sticky and I don't know why. Oh god, it's stuck to my finger. So basically this back piece, not that piece, this back piece right here pops off really easily, and it's popped off on me multiple times, and it's really bad, especially at night. One night I was wearing them to sleep, as you do when you have stretched ears and they're a new stretch, and this piece comes off, and this step piece where it's like all sharp and shit like gets pushed to the front, and it's sitting in my earlobe, and then the next morning I wake up and my ear hurts. It's huge, it's swollen, it's mad because like a funny shape has been in there, and then I have to go and find this, which doesn't stay anyway, and it's just a mess. So one day, one of these rings breaks, and I contact SnapPlugs, and they're like, yeah, that's an issue that we're working on. And that was the end of that. I think I contacted them on Twitter, so they only had 140 characters or less to reply. And no apology, no like, we're working on it, so, you know, sorry that it happened, and we hope you understand, and let me make it up to you by sending you more of the back pieces, because, you know, we only have 2 of them for each size. And before you're like, well, maybe you should use O-rings. I did use O-rings, okay? But sometimes you just can't, okay? So I did use O-rings, and it's no better. And another thing that also really annoyed me, why are these sticky? So another thing that also really annoyed me was that when you connect the 2 pieces, like if you take this off and put the cap on, how you stretch up is you connect the smaller piece that's in your ear to the bigger one, the next size up, and you go like this, and you snap them together, and then you push them through your ear, and then you remove this piece, and then you put the ring thing that doesn't stay on anyway on there. The problem I had with this is, as you can see, it's smaller and it gets bigger, and this seam in the middle where they connect is sharp, and you can feel it as it goes into your ear and like scrapes it. It's kind of like when people advise against using jewelry that's externally threaded, because the threads will cut into your poor ear holes on a microscopic level and hurt them. And it's the same thing. This is just like one large thread seam. What I'm saying about these things isn't that coherent, because like just remembering all the things that I went through with this product like upsets me. Not to shit on the company, but I don't like them. I thought that this was amazing, and yeah, I totally like also went out of my way to like stretch up more than I wanted to, which is fine because now I'm at 7/16 and I love being at 7/16. I think it is the perfect size for me that isn't 0, because like 00 is kind of in the middle. But it's just like I went through a lot with these things, and like when I saw them on social media, I thought that it was like gonna be amazing and revolutionary, and it turned out to be like the biggest disappointment ever. Now SnapPlugs has amazing reviews on the internet. Motorcycle. And a lot of people love them, and it's just the best thing. However, I think that it was just not the product for me. We weren't a good fit, and I also know that a lot of things that I'm saying like touch on the negative points of the product, but I also believe that every product review shouldn't just be glowing, because there are like good and bad of each product, and I tend to focus on the bad because it's so hard to find like the downside of every like product that's been so hyped up on the internet, and I just gotta keep it real, okay? So again, this is like good, but those are the downsides, and I really didn't like them, and I do hope that SnapPlugs one day fixes this part that always snaps off, that is also stuck to my finger for some reason, and hopefully that'll be better, because honestly, the reason I stopped using it was because the back broke off, it got stuck in my ear, and then they were just like, oh yeah, that happens. And that like really, really, really upset me. And it's like, I can't believe you're like, you acknowledged your problem, and then you're like, that's all we have to say. It's like, oh great, good customer service on your part, huh? And maybe I am being overly sensitive, but that was a big thing for me, and I just I don't know, man. I don't know. Here is this for any takers, but that's what I think about them. Sorry, not sorry. So that is that, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.